Can it just be next Saturday already? So, Dragon Ball Super, the newest episode 65, just aired. And I just rewatched it again for the second time because of Crunchyroll. I saw it first. I watch it live at 7 p.m. via live streams every Saturday. And then I wait until about 8:30 and then I watch it live. Or, I'm sorry, I watch it on Crunchyroll. And then I do this review. Don't get me wrong, this episode was spectacular, and I'm going to get into this episode in a minute. But that next episode preview, I haven't been so excited for a next episode in a long time. Because, like, most of the time, when I'm excited about Dragon Ball Super, it's because the episode that I just watched was really cool. Not necessarily because, like, I'm always looking forward to where the story is going, but when I look at a next episode preview, I'm like, oh, next week looks interesting, but the reason why I'm excited is because this episode was such a good episode this week. But this is the first time where I'm like, wow, this was a great episode this week, and then I watch the next episode preview, and I'm like, wow, that looks even better, so I'm so excited for next week. Alright, anyway, so Dragon Ball Super, episode 65. So we left off last time where Goku Black and Zamasu fused, and now they are the Great God Merged Zamasu. And wow, this episode, talk about rapture, very rapture apocalypse feel. This episode, like, it really feels for the first time since even Boo that we've seen, like, total apocalypse into the world. Like, I don't even think even with Boo that it was this apocalyptic. Like, this is crazy. Like, there's flames everywhere. Everything is just constantly being destroyed all the time. Everything is crazy. And then you've got Zamasu with these new attacks. These new, like, spear attacks, and it's so cool because not only are they like energy spears, like, they'll spear you, but even the ones that miss and hit the ground around you literally swell up and then they explode. It's crazy OP. But yes, so we go down below where all the civilians are looking up at this absolute, complete destruction going on. And they're like, okay, we need to get out of here. We need to leave, which at first seems like a good idea, I'm sure. But as you will see, it becomes not a good idea because I feel bad for this, but the first time I saw it, I really kind of chuckled. They try to run outside, and there's this one guy who's like, oh, light! And then he runs outside and immediately gets just completely evaporated by, like, some strand of an energy beam. Everyone else I've seen talk about this scene, they're all like, man, that was, really sad and blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw that, I chuckled because I was just like, this expression on this guy's face was just like, oh, wow, the outside, we're finally free. And then he runs outside and just goes, just gets evaporated. I just thought it was funny. And let's see. Okay, so they get Yajirobe to try to go outside, and they try to get him to investigate and look outside to see if, the coast is clear or whatever like that. And he ends up, and I was actually following Herms on Twitter, and I had a very similar idea when he said this. He said that he was going to go outside to check and see if everything was okay, and he goes, I'm waiting to see, how this is going to backfire, or if this backfires. And that's exactly what was going through my mind, because I was like, when I saw Yajirobe go outside and he said, okay, everything's clear, I just imagined everyone coming outside and then another bolt of lightning coming down and killing everyone else. I don't know, maybe I'm just very morbid in the head. Anyways, so we finally get onto the climactic epic, showdown between Merged Zamasu and Goku and Vegeta, and it's pretty crazy. Like, Zamasu forms this heavenly like light thing, and then he like tries to take his power to the next level. Geekdom put on Twitter, he said, "Oh, I'm getting a very Final Fantasy feel from this when he did this like summoning of like a bird, purple bird thing in the background of him." I didn't get a Final Fantasy feel. What I got was a Naruto Shippuden feel when Sasuke or Itachi, they get that giant shadow thing behind them, and it fights with them. That's the kind of a feel I got when I saw this. It just reminded me of Sasuke, but basically Goku and Vegeta are getting the absolute shit beat out of them, and that's when Vegeta stands up and he says, us mortals are, more than you give us credit for, and Saiyans have no limits. I found this line, him saying that, I found it very interesting that he would say something like Saiyans have no limits, when a lot of fellow fans and people out there have a conscious notion about Goku and Vegeta, that they have their limits, and this and that, and yet Vegeta says here, he says Saiyans have no limits. It's very interesting. Anyways, we're moving on, and they managed to break that purple shadow Sasuke creature. It had like some like I really still don't even understand what happened exactly. Like, they broke this pearl, and apparently the pearl was what summoned him or something. Like, it wasn't, I don't even know what that was. But then we get some really cool scenes with Trunks, because Trunks, comes back and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to fight Zamasu," and blah, 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 blah. And he comes up there and he turns into his god form thing again, and he fires a Gallic gun at Zamasu's, what looked like Beerus's destruction ball from Battle of Gods. That's what it looked like to me. But he fires a Gallic gun, doing like a beam clash with it. And then we get this really cool scene of Vegeta going up behind Trunks and firing his own Gallic gun. So it's literally a father-son Gallic gun, just like we've seen the father-son Kamehameha and even the family Kamehameha from Second Coming. So I thought that was cool. And they win the clash, but I mean, I don't know why they wasted all that energy, because they won the clash, but they're like, "Oh yeah, he's immortal and he can't die anyway." So that was kind of pointless. And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what happened next. I think it was when I remember now. He does a lightning attack, and it's about to hit Trunks, but Vegeta does this really cool, super cool scene. He gets in front of him, he takes the hit for him, and it's cool because you see half of his armor is blown off, and he exits out of his blue form, and he's just KO. He has knocked the F out. So, Goku ends up coming back into the fray, and Goku charges up this really powerful Kamehameha, probably using up all the rest of his strength. In fact, it was described as this being a life-risking attack, but I mean, Kamehamehas have never been really life-risking to Goku, even if he used all of his power. They've never really been life-risking, so I'm assuming next episode at the beginning we'll see that maybe the reason why it's life-risking is because he used Kaioken. Maybe, we'll see. But anyways, this episode just basically ends with Goku firing this Kamehameha against another one of Zamasu's, Beerus, I'm going to destroy Earth at the Battle of Gods, energy balls, and it collides, and you see Goku start to win, but it goes to credits. Okay, now, the reason why I say I wish it was Saturday already is because not only are we getting Vegito next week, which we saw nothing else in the promo but Vegito. That's all they showed in the preview was Vegito kicking ass. Which, by the way, if anyone's seen One Punch Man, I want you to watch this episode 66 preview with the mindset of episode. I think it's episode 12 with Saitama versus Lord Boros. It looks just like that. Like, it's exactly how it looks. And it's all thanks to one man, Naotoshi Shida. I'm super excited. He's probably my favorite animator that Toei has. I mean, he's definitely the best one that they have, no doubt. He's done, if you guys remember Battle of Gods, he did the beautiful fight scene of Goku as a Super Saiyan flying through the sky, doing that beautiful flurry of punches left and right with Beerus in the sky. And he did episode 57 of Dragon Ball Super with, it was only like 20 seconds he did of Goku Black and Trunks and Zamasu and Goku all fighting. It was only 20 seconds, but here from the preview, it's really looking like they got Sheeta to do almost the whole episode. Like, this episode looks great. I know there's a lot of Shimanuki in there, a lot of other people. Anyways, what did you guys think of this episode? I thought it was awesome. But anyways, sound off down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.